Hi, this is Bob Kay from the AMD World Championship. We're here in Sturgis 2010, and I have with me Paul from Binford Custom Cycles. Paul has come up with quite a creation on one of the latest trends in custom bikes, the baggers. Paul, tell us a little bit about what your inspiration was and what your design objectives were on this fine motorcycle.
You know, the objective here was to bring the Road King back. We've been doing a lot of baggers at the shop, doing choppers, bobbers, and the Road King kind of was got lost in the mix. So we got with S&S, Wolfgang Grasser, Axtel, and we designed the motor, and then we kind of designed the bike around the motor, the engine.
Well, I really like that type of thinking. I've always thought the engine was the central point of focus on any bike and really appreciate the value of that. Obviously, there is just tons and tons of engraving, which to give this bike great detail. How many hours of engraving do you think you actually have in this unit?
Hours of engraving, right around 1,800 hours. Jason, I got to give props to Jason out at Chrome Fusion in Vegas. He worked almost 9 months of hand-tooled engraving on this bike. Every aspect, the motor, the rockers, wheels, front end handlebars, and I got to really take my hat off to him. He did a hell of a job.
That's pretty obvious. It's really fantastic, and what's nice about it is how it flows with the bike, doesn't fight or kind of stick out. It really accents and adds to the whole beauty of the bike. This is in the modified Harley class, so we know you have a Harley chassis and a Harley engine, but I bet you reworked and massaged that engine a little bit. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was a project I just said a second ago. S&S, they lightened the flywheels up almost 11 pounds. Axtel came in with their cast iron barrels, and we wanted to try to break that 200 foot-pound bracket on all motor. We built them in the past with the turbos and the superchargers and the nitrous, but this is all motor. It's creating 212 foot-pounds and 202 horsepower at the rear wheel, and we're really proud on how it came out.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A bike that looks as classy as this and moves along pretty briskly too. What do you have? It looks like you've done something here different on the front end with the wheels and the front fender. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
We're rocking a 23-inch front wheel from PM, cleaned it up, single-sided. Got a front fender from Bad Dad Customs back east. We did the paint ourselves out of the shop. A bunch of silver leaf, little candy PPG baby blue with about 7 different colors of flake in it, and we think it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody would disagree with that. I know you have a little different kind of treatment on the back that adds to that nice flowing look of the bike. What did you do there for?
It's actually the Bad Dad once again. It's their bags with the Harley lids and with their rear fender with the integrated lights and little license plate on it, a little of our creation. We've done it on a few bikes, painted on license plate, and it works out well. The crowd seems to like it.
Well, tell me, with all this power and everything, you got to have some good rubber on the road. What did you choose for tires on this?
Actually, we're rocking Avons. It's kind of funny. We'll give a little shout out. We got an Avon on the front, but we're rocking a Metzler on the rear. It's kind of holding up on the track a little better. We're trying to get in the 9-second bracket. And
well, that makes a nice combination, and it's good to hear because you are design focused and obviously concerned about your performance. Well, you know, I'm sure something like this didn't happen overnight. We talked about how long it took for just the engraving alone. What did it take, your involvement from the design process to the execution? How long did you spend on this bike?
We were in it about 10 months. The engraving was a big part of the bike, and it took probably the longest part. We had Horsepower Inc. design as a throttle body, 64 millimeter. That took a minute, but that was probably right around 10 months.
Well, this is truly impressive. We're in a show here where a freestyle bike is kind of leading the way, and we're in the modified Harley class, and you've just done an outstanding job. I wish you a lot of luck and appreciate you coming to the show this year. Thanks for taking the time to have this interview so our public can get to see and understand just what goes into a bike like this.
Sure. Thanks for having us out here, and hope to see you next year for sure.
Hello, this is Suki, and you are watching the AMD World Championship of Custom Bike Building vidcast. We are sponsored in part by Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, Ride Right Wheels, and Axtel Motorcycles products.